Jasmine.
And Chris.
Welcome back to another video. So for today's video, we are doing a full week of fall dinners.
It's gonna be a simple, cozy, fun video. All the recipes will be linked down below.
So let's just dive in. Before we continue with this video, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, which is Ritual.
We've been using Ritual products for years now, and we're big fans of both their multivitamins and their protein powder.
So I use the multivitamins for women 18 plus.
And I use the multivitamin men's 18 plus.
But they also have teen multivitamins, prenatal, postnatal, 50 plus, and I think I'm forgetting one. Kids, that's what I forgot.
All of their vitamins are vegan friendly, non-GMO, allergen free, gluten free, and contain no additives or sugar.
Another thing we love is they're transparent about all of the materials that they use in their products, as well as their environmental impact, and you can find all that info on their website.
And Ritual vitamins contain high quality nutrients like omega-3s and vitamin D3. And what's great is that they take the guesswork out of taking multivitamins. So if you want to check out Ritual, we have a discount code for 20% off your first month, and that's good for either the multivitamins or the protein powder.
You can find that info in the description box down below, and let's get back into the video. Tonight's dinner is a cozy broccoli and potato soup, and to make it creamy, instead of using nuts, we are using tofu to make it nut-free. So let's get started. In a high-speed blender, we're adding in our silken tofu as well as some non-dairy milk. And you can really use any non-dairy milk of your choice, just make sure it is unsweetened. And we're adding some nutritional yeast for that cheesy flavor. And we're just gonna blend that together until it is nice and smooth and set that aside. In a large pot, I'm adding in some oil as well as some diced onions, celery, and some salt. And we're just gonna saute this until it is nice and soft, and then add in some garlic and cook that for a few minutes more. And then we're adding in some vegetable broth. This is actually vegan chicken flavored broth, but you can use any vegetable broth of your choice. We're adding in that tofu blend from the blender, as well as some broccoli, potatoes, carrots, a pinch of nutmeg, and a pinch of black pepper, as well as a little bit of salt. And then also, if you want to add some additional color, we like to add some turmeric to this as well, but that's optional. We're gonna mix everything together, and we're gonna bring this to a boil and then lower it to a simmer. And basically, we're just gonna cook it until the potatoes are nice and soft and the soup has thickened, which will take about 13 to 15 minutes. Once the soup is finished, we're gonna add some lemon, seasoned with more salt and pepper, and dig in. This is the perfect soup, I feel like, to serve to someone who you want to give more veggies to, or a non-vegan who's skeptical about vegan recipes, because you can't even tell that there's you can't taste the tofu at all. It's just like protein, a delicious, comforting potato
veggies.
Soup. Who doesn't love potato soup, you know? Mm-hmm. It's so good during the fall and winter. What would be good with this too? You can serve it in a bread bowl. Or like with a side of toasted sourdough.
Or a garlic bread bowl, so you'll end with garlic butter.
That sounds good. And perfect for leftovers. You can freeze it if you want to as well.
Good for meal prep too.
Alright, see you tomorrow.
So for dinner tonight, family favorite of mine, we have some stuffed shells here with a homemade tofu ricotta.
Really
good. We mixed in some spinach. It's delicious.
Nutritious. Easy to make.
This is something we make around the holidays a lot. I know we're a little early on that, but I don't know, as the weather gets colder, this kind of like Italian comfort food is something that I really crave, so I'm excited. Yeah. We're gonna cook up some jumbo shells. In the meantime, we're mixing together our homemade tofu ricotta, linked down below, with some frozen and thawed spinach, vegan cheese, flax egg, some seasonings, and fresh herbs. We're gonna mix that together until it is nice and smooth, and then we're gonna transfer this to a piping bag. This is optional, but highly recommended. It just makes filling these shells so much easier, so much cleaner, and you can get a reusable piping bag as well. We'll link the one that we like down below. We're gonna fill our dish with our favorite vegan marinara sauce. You can also make your own as well. And we're going to spread that around. Then we're going to start filling our shells, and you want to fill them up more than you think you need to. You want to make sure you use up all of that ricotta, and we're just going to organize them nicely into the pan. You can really do it however you'd like. We're adding the remaining sauce on top, as well as some vegan mozzarella cheese. We're going to cover that and bake it until the cheese is nice and melty and everything is cooked through, and then dig in. Oh, I love this recipe. It's very similar to our lasagna, which we're actually planning on making tomorrow because we already have all the ingredients because of this one.
This is Chris's mom's recipe, by the way.
The shells that I was able to find at the store are a lot smaller than... They said there were jumbo shells, but they're like medium shells. I don't know.
There's bigger ones. I didn't grow up eating this. And I feel like the first time I had shells, I was already vegan. So I don't really know. How big are the other ones?
A little bit bigger.
These are huge to me.
But it's so good.
Regardless, which is bomb. We gotta make this.
Mm-hmm. And you can use... We have a recipe for homemade marinara sauce. We were lazy and just used a jar of Rayo's marinara sauce, but...
Which is really good, and they have it at Costco. You're a Costco member?
We'll link it down below, our recipe, if you are interested. And also Rayo's, because it's bomb.
Yeah, so...
Ooh, lasagna's gonna be delicious tomorrow. I can't wait for that.
We're gonna eat dinner, and we'll see you tomorrow. I love this video because we've been making so much good food in this house, and we get to eat it. So, like we mentioned yesterday, we are making a dish tonight that's very similar in ingredients to yesterday because we already had the ingredients, so maybe you can do the same. Today we're making our vegan lasagna. For this recipe, we're using a mix of both vegan sausage and vegan ground beef. You can really use any brand you'd like. That looked very strange, but I promise you it is very delicious. We are using Impossible sausage here and Beyond ground meat. Once it is cooked, we're gonna add in some marinara sauce. You can do a homemade or store-bought option. We'll link our homemade recipe down below, and then we're going to allow that to simmer. For the cheese filling, we have our homemade tofu ricotta cheese recipe here. Recipe will be linked down below, some flaxseed meal and water, and some cheese and herbs. Now we're just going to layer. So we have our vegan meat sauce here, as well as some noodles that we prepared on the side. We're gonna add a layer of that cheese sauce and then more of the vegan meat sauce until the pan is completely filled up. Last but not least, we're going to prepare a vegan cheese sauce to go on top. So this cheese sauce is just a mix of vegan butter, some vegan cheese shreds, and some non-dairy milk. You basically melt everything down until it is nice and creamy and smooth, and then we're just going to drizzle that on top of the lasagna, bake that until everything is cooked through, and dig in.
So this recipe, we actually created it last year, and it's great for...
No, I think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Maybe. I don't think it was last year. I think it was... I don't know.
Maybe 3.
All I know is it's
it was
really
a little
good.
while ago, but we come back to it every fall, winter, and it's always so good. It's great to make for like potlucks or like holiday parties.
Yeah. It's cozy. It's delicious. It's vegan, and I think it's a great thing to serve to non-vegans.
Yeah, nobody's gonna have any idea. Really, really tasty.
It is very rich, but we wanted that because we wanted this to be like over-the-top good lasagna, and it really hit that mark.
It's a special kind of dinner, I feel like.
Yeah, not every day. Let us know if you try this, what you think of it, and we will see you tomorrow. For dinner tonight, we were making a homemade holiday roast, and this is from our most recent video. If you want to check that out, we will link it down below, where we taste tested all the roasts available on the market, and we gave you our honest opinion as to what you should spend your money on this year. The filling is made of a bunch of different veggies. You can customize it depending on your preference, but if you want to check out our recipe, it is linked down below. And for the seitan, we have some white beans, vegan chicken broth, vegan Worcestershire, some Vital Wheat gluten, nutritional yeast, garbanzo bean flour, a bunch of different seasonings and herbs. And we're just going to mix that together until it is nice and smooth. And we're going to knead that until the dough is smooth, just like you would any bread dough. Then we're going to roll it out. We're going to add in our vegetable filling as well as some vegan stuffing. We just use this from a pre-made mix, but you can also make your own fresh stuffing as well. We're gonna roll that up tightly in some parchment paper and foil, and we're just gonna bake this until the seitan is nice and solidified and baked through, and we're just going to allow it to cool, slice it, and dig in. Hello, it is 9:41 p.m. and we're having dinner. It's been a long day. Don't want to talk about it. But
I've had better days.
My mom made some vegan Filipino chicken adobo. We have this recipe on the blog. We weren't home
delicious.
when she made it. Unfortunately, I would have totally filmed it.
You asked her if she filmed it. She was like, what?
And I was like, Mom, did you film it? She was like, what? The recipe's delicious. It's on the blog. And yeah, we're showing you our week of meals, so we gotta include this.
Really good.
It's good. She put potatoes and carrots. If you're unfamiliar with Filipino adobo, the flavor comes from soy sauce, vinegar, Bailey's, black peppercorns. My mom puts ginger. I know not everyone puts ginger, and a little bit of sugar to balance everything out. It is delicious. It hits the spot.
Really cozy, comforting.
The next 2 meals for the next 2 days after this, right? We're gonna be traveling. We have no idea what's about to happen in the next 2 days.
So it'll be a little less formal.
Yeah, but I think it'll be good to include because we're kind of just gonna wing everything. We have no plans.
We'll probably go out to eat.
Yeah, so
I don't know, but we'll take you along.
we'll see you tomorrow.
Get ready.
Get
It'll
ready.
be fun. We'll see you in 5, 4, 3,
It's so hot.
2.
We totally forgot to film the last 2 days of this video. Apologies, we were traveling, and I commend us for having that confidence in ourselves, but it didn't happen. But I think this video was good enough.
And make sure you check out Ritual. We have a discount code for 20% off, and that's good for either their protein powder or their multivitamins. We definitely recommend that you check them out, and thanks so much for watching.
We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Bye.